Lubbock-Cooper will soon move into a new era for the district, one that will allow middle school students to stay together all the way through graduation. We first told you about the proposed feeder system earlier this month.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden takes us to last night's meeting where it was approved with some slight changes.
We're the first to admit there's not a perfect way to do this. There's not a great way to do this, but our ultimate goal is to do what's best for kids.
Lubbock-Cooper ISD board members approved a new feeder system for the district and attendance zones.
All those in favor, raise your right hand.
But not without hearing from some concerned parents.
We have repeatedly heard that geography is difficult, okay? I totally agree, which is exactly why so many families are struggling to understand why some students will drive past a closer school to attend a further one.
And staff.
You're getting ready to strip away Lubbock-Cooper FFA.
First, starting in the 2027-2028 school year, students moving up from Laura Bush Middle School will attend Lubbock-Cooper High School, and students who go to Lubbock-Cooper Middle School will move up to Liberty High School. Superintendent Aaron Waldrop says the feeder system will improve program sustainability.
Ultimately, we think the feeder system is going to provide the opportunity for families to have their kids go to school together through middle school and into high school without splitting those kids after 8th grade, which is going to provide additional unity and continue to build the cultures and the success at both of our high school campuses.
He says conversations surrounding a feeder system started back in 2021 in preparation for the school bond. He says a professional demographer was hired then with the plan to build a 3rd middle school and 6th elementary. After growth rates slowed down and inflation rose, that plan changed. Now, he says the district plans to use that money to build 2 new intermediate campuses, providing relief at elementaries and middle schools. But as Waldrop explained in the board meeting, there were still concerns about balance at the high school level.
At program sustainability, student participation, family engagement, there were a lot of aspects that were concerns were being brought up of long-term sustainability of having 2 successful high schools.
So a long-range planning committee was formed in January. He says they've looked at dozens of maps and released a proposal to families when they found what they believed worked best.
But ultimately, the question kind of comes up, well, why are we doing it now? Why are we doing it? Why are we releasing it right after school's out? Well, part of that is that's as soon as we can get it together. We also feel like there is some urgency with the imbalances we're seeing at the high schools, that the longer we wait, the more difficult it's going to be to correct.
The feeder system doesn't take effect until the 2027-2028 school year, when new attendance zones will kick in. Some students in the northwest corner of the district will have to travel southeast to Lubbock-Cooper Middle School.
We do believe that with the opening of Loop 88, that is going to help accommodate some of the travel distances. We also can point back to recent history when, before Liberty High School was even built just a few years ago, all students in the district were traveling to the southeast portion of the district, and it worked great for many years.
Students who've already started high school are grandfathered into their current school until graduation. After getting feedback from families, middle schoolers can now choose to stay where they began middle school or go to their new feeder school to get the path started. There are also some exceptions for transfer students and those with older siblings. Brittany Crittenden, KCBD News Channel 11.